Welcome. Hey guys, welcome. My name is Emmanuel and welcome to my channel. Today I came across a tweet that really made me stop and think. You type a Gmail username and UI instantly shows username already taken or already exists. There are millions of users globally. How does it work so fast? And honestly, that's a great question because behind that simple message you're seeing, user already taken, is a system handling millions and sometimes billions of records in real time and still responds in milliseconds. So in this video, I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to try and build a simplified version of that system using Laravel, PHP, and MySQL and see how fast we can make username checking actually work in real time, in a real time backend setup. We'll break it down, test performance, and understand what really happened behind the scene and when you type what really happened behind the scene when you type username. So let's jump right into the code and see how far. Right here I've created a a Laravel project. Yeah, this is a Laravel project. So I'll quickly come to this place, highlight it and type cmd to invoke my command prompt. Then make sure you've installed a code editor, a code editor, test editor for coding. I've installed a Visual Studio Code. That is what I'll be using for this class. So just type code space dot and it will come up with the Visual Studio Code and your project, your code per se. All right. I don't need to talk more about these folders and these files and so on and so forth because we already have them in place. Okay, I'll quickly bring out my XAMPP, my server, s- start start my server, start my Apache and start my SQL. Okay, I'll click on this to bring up the MySQL uh, php while this one is loading. Yeah, so while it's loading, I'll create a database. I'll call it Gmail. Okay, I think I have something like this here. Okay, Gmail username 2. Okay, I'll create. All right, so this is my database. I'll come back here, go to env file, and I'll change this to my SQL, then uncomment this and put DB here. Okay, so this one is set. We can close this. So the next thing is for us to come to here. No, sorry. The next thing is for us to go to our migration, check our migration. Here in our migration table, we have the users already. So we're just going to take away this, all right? And we use username. No, we don't want it to be unique first. We want to check something, all right? So we'll take username only. Then I don't think we need all these, but let's just leave them here. We don't need them actually. I don't need this. We don't need this as well. Okay, we don't need this. Okay, we don't need this. Right. So once we've done this, we can come here, uh, open our terminal, and create a seeder. So PHP artisan make seed user seeder. Okay. So this will create a seeder for us that we're going to use to migrate data into our database. Okay. Seeder is created. User seeder is created. First, I need to comment this because it might give us problem much later. So the first you need to import the facade, the DB facade, Illumina. This is supposed to, all right, but this is not DB. It's going to be from support. All right, this is it. So here we are going to say for Okay, let me see. For this, for I is equals to 1, I less than 110, okay. All right, think this is correct. This is correct. So what we need, we want it to be at least 100,000. 100,000. Yeah, let's just make it 100,000. 100,000 will be okay. Right. So we want to search 100,000 record and see the time it will take for us to bring out a user from the 100,000 record that we will do insert. Okay. All right. So once this is done, think we can, yeah, let's just run PHP artisan. I think this way we will just upload everything. The command we are going to run, it is to upload everything, that is migrate, and at the same time it will migrate, and after migrating it will push the database, the seeder, sorry, to push the seeder. So migrate, so we just have to put column here, say fresh and seed. Oh, sorry, it will not work that way. So let's just migrate first. It will not work that way because we are not calling it here. So let's just migrate first. Okay. So we've done our migration. We've migrated our database. So the next thing is for us to seed in our. Let's check our database first. All right. So here is empty. What we do next is to seed it. Sorry. PHP artisan DB seed. We call the class, and that class is going to be, user seeder class. Okay, press enter. So this will seed into our table. If you check, we've gotten some records. Okay, we've gotten some records. So while this is going on, let's quickly open another terminal from here. Then we'll create PHP artisan make controller, a controller. Sorry, user control. Okay, controller. Sorry, and the name of the controller is going to be user. Okay, let's just say API slash user controller. Okay, because we want to test it as an API. Okay, all right. So when you come here, you will see that API has been created. All right. So while this is going on, I will create a rat. Our rat is going to be PHP artisan. Okay, from Laravel, I think Laravel 9 upward, or if I'm not mistaken, either Laravel 9 upward or Laravel 10 upward, discover that the rat doesn't come with the API rat. Comes with only console and web. Okay, so you can quickly add it by typing PHP artisan install API. So this will create the rat. So while this one is going on, let's quickly create use. No, I don't know why this is always coming up. So let's just copy this from here and put it here. Okay. So the next thing we'll say public function, test speed. Okay. So it's gonna be request this other. Okay. We'll take this off. We don't need this yet. So this is exactly what we want to do, but let's take it off and type it gradually. Here, why this thing is okay. So here is going to be query. All right, query username. We're going to start our start time. Start time is going to be macro time true. Then we're going to check for existing user. existing user. Okay, if DB table, DB table users, I'm going to check username, the username column against the query, this query. Okay, I'm going to check this username in the table. Okay, this is the table users. That is this table users. Okay, we want to check this username column. Okay, this username column with the query that will come from our endpoints that come from our URL. Okay, this username, we'll check it. If this username is equal to this username here in the table, that means the data exists. Okay, so we will not end it. Our end time is that. Uh, okay, time token will minus both of them. Then at the end, we are going to return this. So what we'll do is this: if user exists, then we'll return this. We invert it. Okay, okay, sorry, not invert. If it exists, it's going to return true. User exists. If it doesn't exist, we return false. Okay, so the time taken is there. So time taken in seconds is there. Okay, so after that, all right, let's check. Think okay, it's done running. And let's see how many. Okay, this is 10,000, 100,000. Okay, that's good. Think I love this. All right, so I think we'll test with this user. This is the last user on the table. Okay, we'll test with this user when the time comes. All right, so we'll test with this user and see. All right, so the next thing is we've gotten our rat here. So what we'll do is to use, okay, these are rats. All right, all right, good. So this is rats. So we've gotten everything set, everything is ready. Migration is there, CEDA is there. So we can add tests project. But before then, we have to run PHP artisan serve. Okay. So I'm using, you can use Postman. I have not installed Postman, so I don't want to go into Postman. So we can quickly use this as well to test. All right. I will just come with 127. All right. This is test performance user 999. Instead, we're going to test with user 99. Actually tested with it, but by 10,000. No, 1 million users. Yeah, I actually tested with 1 million users yesterday. So test speed. So test speed. Okay. So let's quickly try it. 0.02, right? You can see the time taken and the user already exists. Okay. If we say 6, it's false because the user is not there. And this one took us just 0.03. Okay. Let's try again. 0.04. Oof. 24. Oof. 4. Okay. You can see it's between 0204, 0204. Okay, 0204. Okay, so we've done this and this is very much okay. This is very okay. It's very fast. Okay, but we can make it much more faster than this. Can make it much more faster than this by if we say yes. Okay, let's yes it because there's something I need to do. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, we can make it much more faster than this. What I intend to do next is let's clear the database. I want to clear the database and increase the numbers of users. Okay, empty. Okay, let's increase the numbers of users. So let's say this is 100,000, right? This is how many zero? Ah, this is a million, all right? A million. So let's just make it 10 million users. I hope my database will be able to carry that, all right? So seed, let's see this in. So while this one is working in the background, we need to do something more. Okay. Can quickly go and say PHP artisan. We okay. This is what I tend to do. I tend to index the because right now this is what we have. It's between 0 to 03, 04, 02, 03, 04. Okay. Okay. 0.03, 0, okay. Okay. 04, 04, 04. So I don't want to see that 04. Okay. Let's see if indexing it will help us. By the time we index the user the user's table column, so we'll see if it will help us to achieve that result. So PHP artisan make migration, add index to users table. Okay, all right, a migration has been created. All right, so here, okay, good. So let's give our index name. This is user index. Okay, so it's good to also add drop here as well. Okay, so these are index. Next thing is PHP artisan migrate. All right, we've added index to it. We don't need to do anything. We don't need to do any other thing. What we just have to do is to test. So I want to open another. Uh, okay, test with this same number, same value. Okay, I always want to add content type as JSON. I always like adding accept again. Application JSON. Okay, so and test and go. This is 01. This is 01. This is 03, 02, 02, 03, 03, 02, 02, 02, 0.02. So I think we've eliminated 04 from it. The highest I've seen is 0.05. This is the highest I've seen 0.005. Okay. So, but there's still something else we can still do. I don't know to make it faster and better. Okay. Let's even check this record. If we've gotten up to this record, okay, we've gotten more than this record. All right, I'll take this one and see how fast it will populate this for us. 034, 035, 02, 02, 02, 02, 02, 02. So what we're doing now is very okay. But as you are hitting this, keep hitting. Okay, there's another one we can still do. Sorry, I'll come back to that. And that is, sorry, making that feed unique. That will help it. Okay, add unique to that table. Okay, so this is to add unique to the table, and we can just, since we already have data in it, we can just use, sorry, we can just use no, not index table, unique username. All right, so that we don't have, okay, so this was where, because then we know we're just focusing on the particular, there will be no duplicates. All right, so all right, so here we'll just migrate. All right, so let's test again. Sorry, I forgot I'm still using this. Okay, test again. I've not seen 3.5 again. The 3.4. I've not seen 3.5. Okay, I've seen 3.5. Okay, so there's still something else we need to do to improve the whole system. All right, we've gone past trying to get username from millions. Of course, you can get username from millions in seconds. You've seen it, but there's something we can still do to make it much more better to to improve the the, the back end, and that is to use something we call cache. We have to cache it because at every request you're hitting the database every now and then. We're hitting the database. So see the request, you're hitting the database and it's not good. Okay? Though they're coming in milliseconds and the rest, you can see the request that is going. Okay? So what we can do, we can use caching system to actually improve the system as well. So we can quickly come here. The cache system mechanism I think we can use is uh, Redis. Yeah, Redis. Redis will work well. Redis will work well for us. So let's quickly try Redis and see how we'll go. Composer require p-redis slash p-redis. Hope I'm correct. Let's see. Good. So it's installing. While it's installing, we'll go to our env and let's search for cache. We only have cache database, cache storage. So here we're going to change to cache. I've not done research. I don't know if we're supposed to. Okay, I'll just change it to cache driver, and it's going to be Redix. Sorry, Redix. Okay, I have not. I don't know, but I've not. How will I say it? Okay, let's just go like that and see how far it will. See the results it will give to us. Yes. I'm trying to check if uh, we can. We Okay. Let's go to Laravel website and see Laravel documentation. Right. To check for Redis. Yeah, doc. Sorry. Let's go to doc. Okay. Let's check for cache. All right. Like Redis and so on and so forth. Okay. Let's see if we're using Scalip for uh, uh, all right. Let's just try and see if it will work like this. It's okay. So here we have to change this code. I think what we can do here, or what we tend to do is to bring in cache system. Okay. So what we'll do here, testing. First thing is to use cache. Okay. That's our cache system. That's what we need to do first. And the next is to take our query and improve it. So convert this to lower, take this out and test here to lower. All right. Take this to lower first. Then let's add basic validation to it. Not really. Basic validation is going to check if it is not user. Hmm, 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 hmm. I think what I intend to do is not this, though this is okay, but I intend to check for if it is not user and the user length. Okay, User is not string, okay. User length is less than 3, less than 3, greater than 20, greater than 20. All right, greater than 20. Then I have to return invalid username must be between code and status code 400, and also available is equals to false. All right. Okay, let's just break this down. Okay, good. So, all right. So after that, we need to create our cache key. Cache key. I want to take it like this. Prefer this. Ah, why? Here's this fucking key. Sorry. Why this? Okay. All right. That's our cache key. So we have to check before. Sorry. Before remember. Um, DB query. Okay. So was cached. So check this cache key. Okay. And the next thing, we start our time, which is this. All right. But this is going to be different. Here, we're going to say cache, but this is not what we want. So, all right. This is what we want, what we have initially, and this. Okay. So right now, we have to pass this. At this point, we have to inverse this. Then the next thing we have to put is to check if our cache, if it is coming from cache, we'll say cache. Else we'll say it's coming from database. Database. Okay. So I think this is okay. And quickly, of course, 200. Status 200. So let's test and see how far. We still have our query. We still have this here. So create another just to check how far. Okay. Here, uh, sorry, content type is going to be JSON, application JSON, accept going to be application JSON. Okay. Then let's check our DB query if it is, sorry, here. Okay, database is CD. Okay, let's see how far. I'm going to take it 500. All right. Even my SQL is checking. All right, so we'll take this record. This is the last. So we'll use this for that. All right. So query. This is from DB. Zero. You can see it. You can see it. 0.003. compared to what we had initially 0.02, 0.03. But now we're having 0.003. Okay, so this is from database. So quickly add another one. Let's compare and contrast. Okay, uh, yeah, sorry, accept application JSON, content type application JSON. Okay, so let's go again. Yes, coming from cache, and this is what 003 00. I think the zero. How many zeros am I saying? Three. Here, one. Here, two. Okay. You understand the importance of caching system, all right? So since the record has been cached, to be like that, even if I search for 001, just okay to start from here again. When you search to go back, I'm seeing three zeros here. Okay. So this is how fast. This is how it is. But I know there are other better ways that is being done. That other better ways that Google does theirs. Okay. So the first one will be database. Second one will come from the cache mechanism. Okay. But I know there are better ways there that Google does theirs. Okay. Better than this. But what we've seen so far, I think is very much okay. But there's another security thing we just need to add, which is very, very, very much important. And that is coming here and as I mentioned that we'll keep hitting sorry, we'll keep hitting the back end and see the request sending. But there's something we can still do here to limit that, and that is to say rat middleware. Sorry, middleware. Uh, we'll just put this here. Okay. What is not what we want, but we can just leave it here. But this is what we want to change. Okay. This is what we intend to do is that 60 requests per minute per users. Okay. So say throw 60 requests per minute per user. Group. Sorry, this is going to be group function. Uh, all right. So this one is better rough. All right. This one is better. So, all right. Okay. Wow. It's faster. It's faster. It's faster now. So I think there are other ways we can improve it, and that way is to actually go further. We can go deeper. We can go deeper by scaling this whole system. This is the first time I'm running this, and no, not this. This scaling. Uh, I actually want to go further, especially by going into scaling. Uh, actually want to go further by scaling this system to see how to look like. I've done the scaling just once, and I tend to put it out there. But I think uh, let's just end this here, and maybe part two can do scaling by introducing Docker. Uh, the first time I used Docker I was amazed. I was amazed. Use Docker, we can do away with this. Yeah, we can do away with that. We can just put it somewhere, just leave them. Okay, we won't use this, not me, we won't use this. Just use Docker for everything, and that settles it. All right, so this is just the part one. The part two will dive into Docker and see how we can scale, and we can scale horizontally much later as well. Thank you, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you again. Thank you.